Hi everyone, me and Mr. Anjas, the professional dive instructor, we're gonna tell about diving. For those who have never been diving before but want to take a shot, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Alright, Mr. Anjas, can you tell me about some basic information about diving?
Sure. Basically, diving is an activity where a person called diver or scuba diver can swim underwater for a long time using a compressed air inside the dive tank and also by wearing dive equipment.
Okay, what the requirement for me if I want to do that?
Usually, if you want to dive, then you need to have a certification, dive certification, and this certification has kind of level, and the very basic one is open water. That's like level 1, and if you want to take this certification of open water, usually it takes around 3 to 4 days depending on the person who's taking the course. Yeah. If you want to dive and you never been dive before but you don't want to take the certification, there is a special program called introductory diving or DSD, Discovery Scuba Diving.
Okay. Can you tell me more about it?
DSD program is usually for people who never been dive before and craving to try but doesn't want to take any certification. Yeah. And in this program, what we usually do for the guests is the first step will be explaining some basic information of diving, like getting to know, getting familiar with your dive equipment, and some hand gesture because we cannot speak underwater like now, so we are gonna use hand gesture down there, and also some information like what you should not do during your dive, like ascend and descend rapidly, because if you descend rapidly, if you go down rapidly, your ear is gonna be really hurt because of the pressure, because the deeper you go, the more pressure you have. And do not ascend rapidly because it may lead to a very serious injury called lung expansion injury. And we also explain some skills that we have to practice later on in the pool before we go to the sea. And yeah, some very basic thing about diving. After the guest feels okay, feels comfortable with everything that we tell them, we explain, then we will move on to the pool in order to get used to the sensation of diving, because when you are diving under the water, you will breathe in, you will inhale, exhale with your mouth with the regulator on, and when you exhale with your mouth, there will be some bubble coming out, and this thing, some people find it scary and they will be panicking. So yeah, in order to get used to it, that's why we practice in the pool first. And also we're gonna, like I said before, we will practice some skills. For example, mask clearing. Mask clearing is useful when your mask is foggy and you can't see anything under the water. So you put some water inside your mask and you take it out. And also a few, the other skill like regulator clearing and regulator recovery, and also to practice your buoyancy, because when you're diving, you want to stay in the middle, not on the surface, not on the bottom of the sea, but in the middle, like fish.
How long does it take to practice it in the pool?
To practice in the pool, it usually takes around 20 minutes, depends on the guest again, but approximately 20 minutes. And then afterwards, when the guests feel okay with everything, they are comfortable with diving already, then we move on to the sea. In the sea, we usually take like 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah. Is there any depth spot you familiar with it?
Yeah, there are plenty, because basically I'm a dive guy, so I've been diving for like hundreds time already, and are a few dive spots that I went very often, like almost every day. And also for information, different dive spots offer different type of scenery, different type of corals, different type of fishes. Example, in Tulamben, there are three dive spots. The first one is the US-80 Liberty Shipwreck. This dive spot offer you like a magnificent scenery of sunken ship, you know, and there you can find a lot of type of fishes, a lot of corals. And in another dive spot in Coral Garden, you can find a field that's full of fishes, like full of Nemos as well. And also there is also another field that's full of Buddha statue, which is put by a diver company called Matahari Tulamben. And also there is another area where they have a few statues forming I love Tulamben. This is a project from the government. They put like few months ago. And another dive spot called Drop Off. Drop Off is basically like a wall. Like if you dive in Drop Off, on your right side you will see a very wide and tall wall of corals and fishes. And on the left side you will find an open sea. And if you are lucky, you may find whale shark, mola, and turtles as well, and also bumphead again, and yeah, a lot. That's pretty much I can tell you about diving.
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for Mr. Anjas for coming,
Pleasure.
and see you on the next episode. Bye bye.